Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest, where we are here with the Wayfinders pack, who I think all need to go hunt because we are pretty hungry, our pups are pretty hungry, and while they are growing quickly, we are not quite to growing pups yet. How's the territory looking? It's doing all right. There's actually some gaps here where we were the previous day. Hello, Evelyn. There's actually some gaps up here where we were the previous day. It looks like that territory has not been claimed, so hopefully that is going to provide a safe place for Aretha to hang out. There were quite a few dispersals up there previously, but most of our territory's all right. I think we should head up this way though, because some of it is starting to decay. Actually, what do we see here? Oh, did Glitch lose his name? Oh, Glitch has unglitched, it would seem. What in the world? I guess he's unglitched, because yeah, 1609M, that was his designation, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that definitely was glitched, but his age is now properly at 4 years old. I will still rename him so that we know which wolf he is. I guess we may have actually brushed by him the previous day, but yeah, it seems like everything else is going appropriately. I bet we did bump into him the previous day and I didn't actually see him, but when that happened, it kind of corrected some of the errors that we were seeing. In any case, that's so funny. He's such an interesting little wolf. We'll see what becomes of him. I'm almost as curious about his story as I am of my own pups, and that's funny to me. But I like that we have a world where you can have the NPCs that make such a difference. But I'm kind of going the wrong way, aren't I? I guess we will mark the territory down here. I was gonna go up first and see if we could kind of reinforce our borders up there, but I think we'll mark down this way first and then see how far we get. We don't have a whole lot of time actually though. Well, maybe we don't want to mark at all. Let's wait a little bit longer before we start marking. Let's try to do a hunt here because I think that's going to be more important. Fortunately, I do smell the Ponderosa herd, so hopefully they won't be too far off. There we go, there's the Ponderosa herd. You know, if we could actually hunt one in the rendezvous, that might not be too bad. Oh, the calves have rejoined the herd, I see. Well, if we find one that's that seems worth hunting near the rendezvous, that might not be bad. We'll kind of lead them back in that direction. But we are coming up on growing pups, so it wouldn't be bad to have a little extra food. Although that said, with a pack of this size, I don't know that it would really last for any meaningful length of time anyway. We've had that problem even in previous years, so I think we should just take what we can get. There we go. She's strong, but we've got a large pack, so I don't think she's gonna stay that way for very long. All right, I'm gonna make sure that we keep her down here. We're doing some pretty good damage. This really can be a very effective hunting method when you do get a good bite in. You can see how quickly her health is draining. There we go. Huckleberry, Raven, and Seneca are jumping in while our stamina regens, and just like that, we should be able to finish her off. Oh, Merida and Kenai joining forces to get the killing bite. And dinner served. Now, we don't have a whole lot of our wakefulness, so I think I am going to let these guys rest before we go out again. And hopefully our territory does not decay too much in the meantime, because that would be a little bit less than ideal. Here we go. Let's make sure these guys get food. Goodness, they do have their transitional coats here as they're starting to go further into the summer and near growing pups. I'm really curious at what 45F's coat is going to be. There's a very prominent white patch across the back. Maybe the same coat as Coda or Huckleberry. Do they have the same coat but with different shading? They might, actually. I think they actually do. I don't know. I don't recognize all the coats by sight necessarily, but we can see a little bit of what the pups are likely to become. It looks like 42F is probably going to be gray, and 44M is pretty pale. 43F looks like she's got a black coat, and 41F is running away. No, you might be a Spitfire, actually. I'm wondering if that's going to be the Spitfire coat, but I suppose we will have to see. In any case, now that these guys are fed before everybody disappears into the void, let's go ahead and get some rest. Oh, that looks like trouble. That's trouble. That is trouble. That is very much trouble. Okay, is everybody in the grass? Yes. Who have we got here? You. Coyote Creek. This was a mistake. This was a mistake on your parts. This was not a good plan. Are you the pack leader? I actually think you might be. To be honest, y'all, this might end poorly for Coyote Creek, considering that Aden is at least somewhat convinced that they might be responsible for Blackberry's presumed demise. I would not be surprised if he decided to bring an end to this pack right then and there. 2012 F, are you the pack leader, actually? Yeah, you sure are. Well, I'm afraid you're not going to be for much longer. Looks like Mulberry seconds that sentiment. I think we're going to bring an end to the monster, considering that this pack has been growing far and wide across the map despite our attacks, despite the fact that we do seem to have weakened them significantly, considering that only 3 wolves showed up here. I think that Aden is going to see to it that they don't stick around to bother the pack anymore in the future. Honestly, I think he's not far off from deciding to run down all of the wolves here, but the leader is truly the important one when it comes to the longevity of the pack, and with her gone, it's likely that Coyote Creek isn't gonna last for very much longer. But we need to make sure that we... Oh wait, we did feed the pup. Yeah, okay, I guess they must have eaten before the attack happened. So with that, let's actually go get some more food, and maybe, not that we need to worry so much about Coyote Creek anymore, but let's reinforce our borders a little bit, especially because we do not know if Lava Creek is going to decide to come after us here. The part of territory that actually matters the most, I'm realizing, is the borders, because that's, if a pack is going to decide to come after you, that's where they're going to attack. So as long as we keep our borders pretty strong, I think we don't have to worry as much about the interior of the territory. Hopefully that will still deter the wolves from attacking us. I don't know if it deters them from doing den raids or not, but I think having the borders strong will hopefully deter them from hex invading, at least, because I think they have to try to claim next to their own territory, at least from what I have seen. They're not going to be claiming on some other far-flung corner of the map. So as long as we make sure that we are patrolling the outskirts of the territory frequently and bumping up the interior as needed, I think we'll be okay. That should give us enough freedom to stay on top of territory maintenance through the difficult seasons of summer, while still hopefully bringing back enough food for the pups. Especially with a territory of this size, there is just no way we're going to be able to keep it all under control at all times. We're going to have to do the best that we can, seize the opportunities that we get, such as chasing these coyotes off their carcass, and hopefully that'll get us enough food for the day. We will see. We tend to shred through carcasses now, though. We can eat almost a whole cow elk in one go, it feels like. But considering that the pups are already fed, we may actually be fine. I don't think anybody's too low on health or on hunger. Uh-oh. Oh, that's trouble. Okay. All right. Oh, we gotta be careful, because I don't know where the coyotes are. Okay, you are about... Okay, you're good, we're good, we're good. We should be good, at least. Oh, boy. Oh, right over here. Okay, get out of here. I do like this because you have a much clearer... This rendezvous site, because you have a much clearer view of what is coming, but sometimes you still don't see it right away. Oh, the glow stick got so far away. Let's bring that back with us. We are just about to hit growing pups by the look of it, and our territory is decaying a little bit. But our smallest pup, 43F, is almost to 15 pounds, or 15 pounds? 25 pounds. Quite a difference there. So we are about to enter growing pups, and not gonna lie, I am nervous. All things considered, this is gonna be our first time going into growing pups with all 5. If nothing catastrophic happens in these last few minutes here, it might be kind of an experience because even 4 has proven difficult to keep alive. Okay, we found the Ponderosa herd. They're actually quite far back, so hopefully we'll get the chance to mark some territory on the way as it's decaying. We're gonna go into a season where we're gonna have to kind of mark on the fly and follow the herds. Cascade, be careful. Cascade, run! Oh my gosh, what the frick? Oh, I don't like that. Why did they run us through the bison? That's not good. Oh my word, that was kind of terrifying, not gonna lie. Okay, let's keep chasing these guys. I didn't even see there were bison there. What in the heck? I want to see where this other this other scent post is too, because supposedly we're headed pretty close to one. So maybe we can mark that as we go here. It must kind of be between, I don't remember exactly where all of our scent posts are, but there must be one that's kind of in between here. Oh, yeah, it's this one. Okay. I know where this one is. I did hear somebody, oh, these guys are not glowing. That's not ideal, so we're gonna be bug reporting that one. This is probably a good time to mention how to make a bug report, so if you do encounter something like that, you can just press the F11 key if you're playing with keyboard, and that will bring up the bug report window that you just saw, and that's helpful because it gives good feedback to the devs on when something is breaking, or if there's something about the game that isn't working in the way that's intended. But yeah, let's try to maybe drive these guys down there, or not. You know what? Let's just grab this spike really quickly. We can mark territory on the way down. But yeah, we're gonna have to kind of shift into the mode of marking territory as we hunt and where we are already at, because we don't want to be away for too long. We're gonna kind of want to lay low and not be spending large lengths of time away from the pups because of how hungry they're gonna be. So hopefully none of our territory decays too much before young hunters. But I do kind of want to brush up on that bottom area, because that's the part that I'm worried we're not going to get to investigate, or no, we're not going to get to go down to, because we don't often get the wind direction in that area. It's kind of rare to be down this low for our hunts. Apparently there are some dispersals from Lava Creek over here. I don't know. The pack still seems to be intact. We've never met any of its members, so I don't know much about it or its structure or composition, but it does seem like there are some dispersals from it that are hanging out over here. Are they? They went down this way. Oh, you. Wait, come back here. I want to see who you are. 2017M. That coat feels befitting of a lava creek. It's got kind of that almost volcanic look to it. Fascinating. Well, this is certainly interesting. I bet he was hanging out over here because the territory was a little bit low. It's interesting to meet dispersals before we meet the pack properly. I am wondering when they are going to show their faces, but I suppose we should be thankful that they haven't yet, because oh boy, that can be a predicament when a new pack shows up. We have no idea if they're a large pack or not, and another large pack would definitely pose a risk to us here. Okay, we made it back with little affinity. It's a good thing that we sent Raven home in advance, because, oh boy, this is, oh, 43F has the glow stick, hello. That was a little bit of a close one. I did not realize the entire pack was with us until the affinity almost ran out. But we are here, and I think we're about to start growing pups, because it looks like 43F is about to gain that last point. So at least we'll be starting off fairly full. But here we go. 5 pups into growing pups. We're gonna see how this goes. All right. And so it begins. I am a little bit terrified by the amount of food that it's gonna take to feed them, but yeah, we're gonna do the best that we can, and we can actually see their adult coats now. Oh, I know what coat that is. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's the same coat that Blaze has, though, isn't it? I believe so. And this one is that. I think that's Grizzer. I don't know all of the ones by name, but it is one of the gray ones. Where did everybody else go? What is everyone doing over here? We can't even carry them back. Oh, they're hunting. That's right. They're learning to hunt the small prey. And it looks like, did 43F get something? No. That is they're already they're already hard at work hunting. That is for sure. Oh, and you've got, no, that one's not. Oh, that one's Grizzer. 41F. I don't know which coat that is. Well, I think we're gonna make sure that these guys are fed to full. It looks like they are, and I think we're gonna sleep a little bit more because we're not gonna get much hunting done with that that kind of wakefulness. So hopefully we can pull this one off. All right, first morning of growing pups officially, and oh, okay, problems are already occurring. You should go back to safety, please. All right, we've got 2 pups who are a little further away. Okay, one is hidden. Oh, it looks like Cascade got him. Good job, Cascade. I haven't really bothered chasing them down for a little bit here. I think the coyotes are a small enough threat at this point, with the pack being the size that it is, unless it turns out that we get complacent and have a bad incident with one. I don't think Aden's gonna be too terribly worried about them. Let's head over this way and see. Hopefully we'll find some food up this way. Often there is an elk herd that hangs out over here, and oh yeah, Coyote Creek is in fact disbanded. Looks like Glitch and Aretha are still around as well, and several of the Coyote Creek wolves are now dispersed. I don't know, I haven't seen, the Carpenter Lake ones are still around, Benchmark's still around. I don't know which wolves those are. Oh, those are probably from, yeah, oh no, maybe they're not. I think they were from, was it Cottonwood Creek? The one that disbanded before, no, not Cottonwood Creek, Carpenter Lake was, yeah, it was Carpenter Lake was the one that kind of merged with Coyote Creek and then still died off with them here. So I think that's what those new dead wolves were. I can't always keep up with the ones that we don't name. We have a lot of wolves that pass through, especially with how vicious the Wayfinders can be when it comes to intruders on their domain. But yeah, let's see if we can find something to eat here. I don't know if this is going to be a good direction for us to find food in. I don't know what the wind direction even is yet, but I'm sure if we sniff about enough, we'll find something of interest. Okay, unfortunately, this was basically the opposite of the direction that we needed to go, but you know what? It's fine. We'll make do with what we've got here. Try to get a quick kill, and then maybe if we have time, we can still circle around and mark some of the territory there, or at least some of the territory over on this side. Okay, she's strong, but we got her down. As long as we can keep her that way, we should be fine. Okay, great. The wound already. That's exactly what we want in the middle of growing pups. Not even the middle, still the beginning, I think. That said, if we can keep biting her and dealing damage, hopefully we can keep her down and finish her off here quickly. I think we'll be just fine. Okay. We can probably then send some pack members back to feed the pups once we have eaten, and maybe quickly mark some of the territory in this area at least. Oh, I was gonna say we found dispersals, but it seems that's not all we found, or rather, not all that they were looking for. This is the first time we've had dispersals come to court our pups, isn't it? Yeah, the others have just dispersed on their own. Oh, Kenai and Coda seem uncertain here. Huckleberry is, I'm trying to see, he's deep in the thicket with 1827F. They certainly seem to have fun romping through the bushes here. Oh. I don't know who all would be eligible. Oh, Mulberry does not seem happy. Neither does Coda. Coda seems a little bit concerned here. It looks like Kenai is interacting more favorably now. Oh, and look at Huckleberry in 1828. Which pack is this? This is Mill Creek, right? Yeah, they're 3 years old, it looks like. They're both very pretty wolves. I don't know which coat 1820F has. This is, I think, it's either one of the gray ones or it's one of the the NPC gray ones. Oh, look at this. I like that you could have these interactions just happen now. Like we were just out and about, roaming around in the wilderness here, and the dispersals we bumped into. Oh, that's, I think that's eyebrows actually. The dispersals that we bumped into just happened to be looking for courtship. Aiden's got a meat chunk in his mouth this whole time, I realized. I set it down for a second, I was carrying it back to the pups, but I think he's probably all right with this development. I don't think he's definitely wary, but they seem friendly enough. I feel like the other pups don't necessarily know what to make of this. It's kind of a rather curious situation, it would seem. They're definitely watching with varying levels of suspicion. Look at Mulberry. Who are these girls? What do they want with my brothers? Oh no! Oh! I think that it must not have been to be. Well, pups, it's alright. You can take your time. It's a decision worth waiting for. Maybe we'll see him again. Keep an eye out and see if we encounter them again. I think that was Mill Creek. But it's a good reminder that a lot of the pups are getting older and, well, they're not really pups anymore. They're getting ready to start their own lives too. Oh dang, there is just casually a bison carcass chilling here. This is worth marking. This might actually be our food for tomorrow. It has certainly been an interesting and eventful day. That is for sure. I do want my meat chunk back here though. But yeah, our first attempted courtship between the Dispersals and our pups. It's strange, you know. For all this time, we've been able to go to rival packs to try and court their subordinates. Now we're the pack who's got Dispersals courting our subordinates. It's interesting how the story comes full circle, but that's one of the really cool things about Saga. Alright, a new morning is here, I suspect. No? I'm always suspicious of danger, and yet it's been astonishingly calm. Maybe that has to do with the fact that Coyote Creek is very, very quickly fading away here. And we go to our known wolves, the list is pretty full. And it seems like mostly everyone's sticking around for now. Glitch and Aretha are still here. But let's go ahead, we'll gather the pack, and I think we'll try to see if we can just eat off of those carcasses today, since we did have a good number of them. We have first the one that we had left over, but then we also have that bison carcass, so let's see if we can do that, and then hopefully maybe mark some territory here, because that's gonna start to be a problem here. Also, Lava Creek is going pretty insane right now. They are really expanding in the absence of competition. That's something that's worth being wary of, I think. Oh boy. That is one of the empty hexes, so it seems like Buffalo Plateau has made a return here. Now, we are going to go mark those hexes anyway, so I may as well just circle around and fend them off. But first, let's see if we can get ourselves a snack. Ah, perfect. This carcass is unattended, and being a bison carcass, even though it doesn't look like there's a lot left on it, this should be plenty of food. I think this will feed most of the pack, if not all of it, and we may be able to just scavenge around for the rest. It looks as if they're likely in one of these hexes over here. We have 3 that are quite close, and I think I do hear them howling. Alright, if we run up here, I bet we'll find them probably on the... Yeah, it's that farthest back one. Okay, well, they've actually almost taken it over. Unfortunately for them, this is not exactly going to end well. We know we outnumber them by quite a lot. Looks like the benchmark dispersals are around here somewhere too. That's interesting. Alright. Where are these guys? Ah, they're right over here. You are the leader, I believe, right? Of Buffalo Plateau. You're actually a lone leader. I forgot that we had killed one of the leaders and then several yearlings. Well, unfortunately, I think your days might be numbered. Possibly, whichever one of you is lower on health, potentially. The pack may disband, although they're both pretty high on health. If we kill the leader, the pack probably will disband. There's a high chance of it. If we kill off the yearling, it probably won't, but they will probably remain quite weakened, and I think that may be what Aden does. This wolf was a little weaker. I mean, they were not significantly different, but I don't know. We may not need to, considering how limited the pack already is, but at the same time, I know when I say that, that's going to be the pack that manages to slip through against the odds and take a pup. We'll let him go for now, though. Yeah, get out of here. Learn your lesson and leave. There we go. You don't steal hexes from us. Oh, that isn't good. Okay, we should probably finish marking the territory and hurry back. We do have lethal illness turned off, but we still have to be especially careful in growing pups, because even if a pup won't die of illness, starvation can definitely deal the finishing blow. It's been a few days since we were last out this far, but the last time we did come over here, Aden actually caught the scent of his daughter Aretha, and I think he's definitely hoping he will again. He wanted to go say hello, but unfortunately she was too far ahead, and with another pack trying to steal the territory away from us, we had to turn back. We just didn't have the energy to keep up the chase and fight. So I definitely think he's hoping that he'll have the chance to see her, that maybe she's still in the area. But then again, when last he saw her, she was headed up towards the park border. And, I don't know. I don't know if she's come back further south or ventured into the vast open area left behind by Coyote Creek. Either one is a possibility. And we've made it back, although I fear we may have lost quite a bit of our food along the way. Hopefully at least the pups are pretty full so that we won't have to give them too much now. They could use a little bit. I'll probably let some of the subordinates feed them if they have the ability to. No? Oh yes, okay. Kenai and Coda have got it covered. Oh boy, we are just about a third of the way through growing pups. Right now it looks like everyone is at close to 40, so maybe we're approaching halfway, but nevertheless, I think the challenges that we've faced thus far are only going to get more difficult as we go into the autumn half of the quest. We've still got all 5 pups. This is the most we've kept alive thus far. The end feels like it's in sight. But this is WolfQuest, and things can change in a heartbeat. We'll have to finish things off in the next episode, though, and see if we can make it all the way to Young Hunters with these guys, hopefully with all 5 of them alive, but it has gotten to be about that time again today. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay. Over and out.